Hello, a warm welcome to you from SGT University. I, Dr. Sushmita Shah from Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. Today, we will be learning about Introduction to Nervous System. We will be talking about classification of nervous system and structure of neuron.
At the end of the class, you should be able to know the classification of nervous system, structure of a neuron, and classification of neurons. Nervous system. It is the chief controlling and coordinating system of the body, regulates all the activities of the body, voluntary or involuntary, and adjust individual to given surroundings. Study of nervous system is neuroanatomy. There are elements in the nervous system. Stimuli or impulses from within and outside the body will be received. Stimuli will be integrated, especially the sensory stimuli. Coordination and control of stimuli as response. Finally, assimilation of experiences. That means full understanding of integrated stimuli to maintain memory, learning, and intelligence. Thus, an individual is able to maintain the internal environment of the body and react to the changes in the external environment. We can see the nervous system, the part that is the brain controlling the motor activity, sensory activity, and some special sensory activities like vision, like smell, taste, and hearing. These are special sensory activities performed by the brain, a part of nervous system. That's why nervous system is called as the master system of the body. Classification of nervous system. We can read the classification of nervous system into two categories, structural and functional classifications. Let's talk about the structural classification of nervous system first. Nervous system has got two parts, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. In the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. These are the structures present. In the peripheral nervous system, nerves and ganglia are there. We can see the brain and the spinal cord are part of central nervous system. We can identify the nerves and the ganglia. These are part of the peripheral nervous system. Functionally, nervous system can be classified as motor system and sensory system. Motor system, the motor nervous system. Sensory system, the sensory nervous system. Motor system is also known as efferent system. Sensory is the afferent system. Motor system having the motor nerves can supply the skeletal muscle as somatic nerves. They can also supply to smooth and cardiac muscle as autonomic nerves. Autonomic nerves have two subdivisions. They are the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system. So, sympathetic and parasympathetic, these are the subdivisions of autonomic nervous system. Nerves. Nerves are collection of fibers outside the central nervous system. That's why they are the parts of peripheral nervous system. There are sensory nerves carrying information from peripheral part to the central nervous system. Example, cutaneous nerves. There are motor nerves also They carry the information from the central nervous system to the effector organ or to the target structure, to the muscle, skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. So these are the organs where the nerves are supplying as motor nerve supply. There are mixed nerves also having both the components of sensory and motor. So they are termed as mixed nerves. There are tracts. Tracts are collection of nerve fiber bundles within the central nervous system. Two types of tracts are there, motor tracts and sensory tracts. Motor tracts for the voluntary activity, also known as descending tracts. Sensory tracts are the ascending tracts to carry the sensory modalities like touch, proprioception, vibration, pain and temperature. The general sensation of the body will be carried by ascending tracts. So tracts are the fiber bundles present within the central nervous system.
We have read the classification of nervous system. Let's read the structure of neuron.
Cells of the nervous system. Nervous system has got two types of cells. Excitable cells or neurons, non-excitable cells or neuroglial cells. They are present both in the central nervous system and in the peripheral nervous system. In the central nervous system, astrocyte, oligodendrocytes, these are the neuroglial cells. In the peripheral nervous system, Schwann cell is the non-excitable or neuroglial cells. Let's talk about the neuron first. Neuron. It is the structural and the functional unit of the nervous system. Almost 100 billion neurons are there. They are highly differentiated cells and they have the property of excitability and conductivity. Cell body and process. This is the cell body and there are processes. First, we will be reading about the cell body. Cell body is also known as soma or perikaryon. This is the cell body of a neuron. Inside the cell body, there is a nucleus and a nucleolus. In the cytoplasm, there are basophilic, Nissls granules or Nissls bodies. These are metachromatic granules composed of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Other neurofibrils are also there inside the cytoplasm of the cell body of the neuron. Between the cell body and the process, there is a junction. It is called as axon hillock. We can see another diagram to see the other structures of the neuron. There are processes. These are also known as neurites. Small or short, multiple tree-like processes coming from the cell body called as dendrites. These are the dendrites. Long single process is the axon. There is a junction that we have already seen known as axon hillock between the cell body and the axon. Schwann cells are the flattened cells lined the axon to form myelin sheath. In between, there are small gaps called as node of Ranvier. Neurons can be classified into different categories. According to the number of the processes, there are unipolar neuron, there are bipolar neuron and multipolar neuron. Unipolar neuron. We can see single stump is attached with the cell body of the neuron. This is the feature of unipolar neuron. It is seen in the spinal ganglia. The bipolar neuron. From one side of the cell body, the dendrite is running and from another side, the axons is going. So this is bipolar neuron. It is seen in the retina and in the olfactory bulb. Third category is the multipolar neuron. Multiple processes are coming from the cell body of the neuron, forming multipolar neuron. These are the most numerous neurons among all the three types of neurons. Seen in the motor neuron. So this is the neurons according to the number of the processes. According to the shape of the cell body and axon length, we can also divide the neurons into different categories. There are pyramidal cells or pyramidal shaped cell body of a neuron, that is pyramidal cells. There are fusiform cells present. There are star-shaped or stellate cells in the cell body of the neuron. There are horizontally placed or amacrine cells. These are neurons according to the shape of the cell body. There is another variety also, that is piriform cells or flux-shaped cells. Among all the cells, pyramidal cells, fusiform cells, stellate cell, amacrine cells, these are present in the cerebral cortex. Piriform cell is present in the cerebellum or in the small brain. According to the length of the axon, neurons can be divided into Golgi type 1 and Golgi type 2 neurons. In the Golgi type 1 neuron, having a long axon, example pyramidal cells, and Golgi type 2 neuron where there is a small length axon. So that is seen in the stellate cell or in the star-shaped neuron. These are the different types of neuron according to the length of the axon.
We have discussed the structure of neuron. Let's read other neuroglial cells present in the nervous system.
Apart from the neuron, neuroglial cells are also there in the central and in the peripheral nervous system. They are the supporting cells. Let's talk about the neuroglial cells of the central nervous system first. Astrocyte is the largest, most numerous neuroglial cells with dendrite-like processes forming the blood-brain barrier. So these are the cells forms the blood-brain barrier. It is the largest neuroglial cells in the central nervous system. There are two types of astrocyte, fibrous and protoplasmic astrocyte. Apart from astrocyte, there are oligodendrocyte. They have smaller processes. They form the myelin sheath in the central nervous system. Ependymal cells, they form the lining of the ventricles of the brain and the central canal of spinal cord. And microglial cells, they are the smallest neuroglial cells having phagocytic nature. These are other neuroglial cells in the central nervous system. In the peripheral nervous system, the neuroglial cell is the Schwann cell. This is the cell line the axon, forms myelin sheath surrounding the axon. Myelin sheath causes myelination, which is important for nerve conduction. This impulse will be received, that will be conducted through the axon. Finally, it will be transmitted to the nerve terminals. That's how nerve conduction occurs, through the axon to the nerve terminals.
We are at the end of the lecture. Now we can quickly revise our today's topic.
Structural and functional unit of nervous system is neuron. Cells responsible for blood-brain barrier are astrocytes. Cells bodies are seen in the cell body of a neuron. Cells form myelin sheath in peripheral nervous system are Schwann cells.
So, today we have covered the classification of nervous system and the structure of neuron. And next time we meet, we will be exploring some other topic of anatomy. Keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.